Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I was looking through your videos and they look pretty good to me. For YouTube, I think, um, so I'll just share my screen. This is kind of one of the things with Facebook ads is normally as long as the intro is really good, I'm not so picky about the rest. But with Facebook ads, it kind of since you're spending money on it, and the better the creatives, the better the algorithm can target warm leads. I've just been kind of redoing a couple, and I think um, so. I'll just start on the Instagram one. And I kind of noticed that I think going forward, my recommendation for Facebook ads will be let's start to make them for the service pages. Just because normally we're going to want to point these ads at a page on the website that will convert traffic. And that's going to usually be service pages. But I need to make an Instagram service page anyways. No, I don't really do Instagram. Um, so let me just finish this. Reach new customers. And I'm already running into the issue where I can barely get 3 slides. I think I'm just going to get rid of the third slide, even though I like that video. So, okay, with Instagram, you just got to think really. Let me get a piece of paper. So first thing first is who's your target audience? That is for us, small business. We also target web designers, videographers, etc. But we'll just, for the purpose of keeping things simple, focus on small businesses, for the training of Facebook ads, because that's really our number one uh, audience. Now, so number two is, what problems are fixing? What is your goal? Why should your audience care? So that kind of ties into what are we selling? In this case, it's Instagram. So we're selling Instagram and marketing. So the next question is, why should they care? Number one, which I think you did a good job, you did in the first slide, boost SEO. How are we boosting SEO? So Instagram, there's a lot of things about Instagram that can boost SEO. So I was reading an article. Are you seeing Animoto right now? Or are you seeing
I'm
my?
seeing the Animoto.
Okay. So I just started searching why Instagram is great for business. Went through a couple of articles. So this one I just moved on from. I liked this one just because it had this thing on the left hand side, um, which is kind of why people should care about Instagram. So more people are using Instagram, don't really kind of care about that one. Any size of business can thrive. Don't like that one either because they're referencing Coca-Cola and Adidas, right? That's not our target audience, but they do have a slew of small businesses have. So I'll open that in another tab. Businesses can make money directly from Instagram. That's really targeting e-commerce, not our primary person. Stories make your business relatable. I like this paragraph because it kind of ties into the video that you did about transparency. I think the transparency one just needs a lot of thinking about you know, not using vague terminology like transparency to so we'll come back to the transparency one. I just need more time to think about that. Partner with influencers. I'm not a big fan of influencers. I've never once been able to get a client to hire an influencer, and nor would I imagine they want to. Hashtags are very powerful, but I think we'll just have to revisit this one. That's really for people that are already doing Instagram, and that's high level. You know, there's this hashtags just mean that you're in Instagram and you need advanced strategies. So I've kind of landed on you can effectively engage with customers, which is good. So in here, I kind of Googled that next, using Instagram to engage with customers. And I found a couple articles in here. Let me see. So not that one, not that one. I'm going to move that over here. So it's like percentage of small businesses on Instagram. And where did I land? One of these things say, oh yeah. So engagement with brands on Instagram is 10 times higher than Facebook. That's a pretty great thing right there. People, we're going to be running Facebook ads, right? So then you can see how you've tied Facebook to Instagram, tied it into, why if you're using Facebook right now, which if they're getting targeted with Facebook ads, they are on Facebook, why Instagram might be better for their business. So of course, it also assumes that they're really already doing social media marketing and they understand why engagement is important. But anyways, so Instagram is a great way to boost your, I don't remember what it was originally. I guess I really should have duplicated this project before I start fucking with it. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so good. It shows the slide there. So it was Instagram is a great way to market and boost SEO. I just cut out market because, in general with these 15-second videos, you want to say one thing and one thing only. When you mention two things, you're just slowing down the reading process, so speak things out loud and you'll see extra lines slow down your reading. And saying is this and that also slows down your reading, and then it also slows down the way your brain can process the information. So you normally want to stick to one thing per slide, especially specifically for these 15-second clips. So Instagram is a great way to boost your mobile SEO. And I think that's important because just going back to this article here, the next one on the list is mobility is king. And I'm not sure if I told you this to the social media team or to the blogging team. I think it was the blogging team, just that social media is inherently mobile friendly. And somewhere between 60 to 70% of time spent on mobile phones in the United States is on Facebook and Instagram. So mobile friendly websites are very important for businesses because it's a search ranking thing from Google. And a lot of that ties into, and I feel like I'm getting off topic, but there's 5 billion mobile devices in the world and about 1 billion, so 5 billion mobile devices, 1 billion desktop devices. So 5 times as much of an audience on mobile versus desktop. And this is why Google weighs the speed of your website so heavily. And then being responsive, being mobile friendly, same thing. The reason they weigh that so heavily is because of that audience size. But in reality, people aren't browsing the web on their phone anywhere near as much as they're using Facebook, using Instagram, using apps. So having a mobile friendly website isn't going to do you much good if you don't have some kind of social media presence. So that's why I just added the word mobile SEO. So next slide, 90% of time spent on mobile is spent on apps. I see that seems really high to me. I need to double check that isn't even accurate. When was this article written? Let's find out. It means it's gone up quite a bit. So yeah, this was back in 2015. Let's see if they've updated it. Is that? Only 9% of the time on Facebook took place in embedded browsers. Um, all right, 90% is fine. We'll just leave that. Okay, so I don't think I can have that third slide. Instagram is a great way to boost your mobile SEO. 90% of time spent on mobile is spent on apps. Your business should take advantage of this. All right, so I have how many seconds? 4 seconds. I have to find a way to make this a little bit shorter. Let's just look up Instagram statistics. That seems really high. I don't know any businesses that use Instagram except for e-commerce. Nothing really. Hmm. And now I'm just getting kind of trying to, because I want to get to the part of making posts. I don't know if this is good though. I think. That's kind of my tagline. So let's see if that's, we can do that in 4 seconds. We can help you create an SEO strategy that means business. Yeah. I'm going to just keep it at 5 seconds because there's that slide, that transition, so we can help you create an SEO. So this will be 16 seconds, but I'm just going to cut the last second off the video. Okay, so we can work with this export. Okay, I can work with that. All right, so let's go. So the next one I would make, and I really should have told you this from the get-go. But for the next video or the next set of Facebook ads that we make, let's target YouTube ads, because YouTube ads really are the bread and butter of my business. If a client isn't using YouTube ads, like they have no idea how much they're missing out in SEO. Like nobody has a clue. You could do just YouTube ads and get your website to the second page of Google, guaranteed. Um, Now, YouTube ads work a lot better when you've got a really good website, you've got dedicated pages. Um, the more pages on your website, the better your keyword strategy, the more effective your videos can be. But single-handedly, YouTube ads is the number one thing anybody should be doing when it comes to online marketing. So I think that would be a really good one. I can, I could talk about YouTube ads all day. So at this point, I would just use a program like Power Director or DaVinci to cut off the last second. I'm sure there's other tools online that can do it. Just because Animoto has, slide transitions, and very often those slide transitions can kind of be empty time. So I will put that in here. Go to the 15-second mark and zoom in, clip, delete. Probably, yeah, okay, that's, okay. Okay. Okay, so we'll create a page on the website, just call it Instagram. I'll have to design it later. Publish. Oh shit.
So are you going to be making a page for each ad group, or?
Each ad, yeah, has to be pointed at a page on your website.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
let's look.
not going to point to the blog.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be running dynamic creative ads on blog posts. If we're going to do blog posts, what you would do is like boost a post.
Mhm.
When you co-schedule, that's going to put a post on the Facebook page, and then you boost it. Dynamic creative ads really need to be pointed to like landing pages, service pages, pages that you could do it for blog posts, but just if you look at how many blog posts we have, it's not manageable to do dynamic creative ads. Like to do a good dynamic creative ad could take, what the hell is this doing here? This is an old blog post. Oh, it's because you republished it. Okay. But we're publishing now we're blogging, supposed to be weekly. It looks like we're blogging even more than that. November 30th, December 3rd. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, we're now blogging bi-week or twice a week. I really need to slow that down. So I don't know. I do not want it to say 2 on there. How do I change that permalink? Put that in there. And then we start doing primary text. Let's upload that one video, put in Instagram right there. And I'm gonna let you drive on this. Let me share my screen. Do you remember when I did this the first time, or do you want me to drive for the first?
Yeah, like where we went through the demographics and
Well, the demographics, we skipped that step right now, but we'll go back and do that. Actually, we can just do it now. So yeah, we're gonna do United States. I don't want United States. I want Washington. And actually, let me just get closer than Washington. We'll go Seattle. Okay, that's good. Tacoma. That's okay, good. We'll go, I'll keep that age group. I don't care, don't care. We'll go in here. Always click detailed targeting expansion. We'll go Instagram. So you never want to pick employers. I mean, you can pick employers in schools, but keep in mind that they're going to reduce the reach of your ads dramatically. They're considered different silos. When you have multiple silos in there, it just really reduces your reach. You can just see 383,000 people in there, 8,000 people in there, 1 billion people in there, right? So boom, let's hit that. Usually I'll start with whatever, an interest that has the highest volume, and then I hit suggestions. So YouTube, always, how much I like YouTube. So Facebook, not TikTok. I want nothing to do with TikTok. Google, social media, online advertising, digital marketing. Let's get some business in there. Small business owners. Ooh, but that's a behavior. I do want to remove that. 1 second. Someone's knocking on the door. I'll be right back. I think I've can you control right now?
I'll try. Or yes, I'll request.
Okay. Waiting for, it says waiting for Alex Mellen to control your screen. I think you can do it. Okay, cool. So play around with the suggestions and just, build out an audience. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, well, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. All interests, let's rock and roll. So that's kind of the lazy, easy way of doing audiences. The more advanced way of doing audiences is using saved audiences and stuff. We'll get to that at a later stage. I don't really think, I'm not sure if my Facebook page has the presence yet to do retargeting. We'll have to look at that in a moment. But let's just, you can also save this audience. So we'll go 12, 11, Instagram. Save. We don't want single image. So I missed a step. Somewhere in here, we want to do detail, or we want to do a dynamic creative ad, I think. Okay, so right there. Gotta make sure we click that. Daily budget, we're gonna do $1. Next. Select videos, upload, open. Something also to keep in mind is that Instagram, I'm pretty sure, needs to be square videos. I guess we'll see that in a moment. So either your text has to be contained to like a text box and not landscape like that, or it have an actual square version. The only reason I mentioned that is because we're targeting, we're making ads about Instagram. Really though, in reality, the main ads I'm going to want to run are going to be regarding websites, like big mistakes that website owners are, making, that really what that tells you is that they have a bad web designer, or a web designer who claims to do SEO but doesn't really do SEO. Things that include that are, if I go carpet cleaning, if you see home in the title, that means the person has literally never ever done any SEO at all. If you see home dash the name of the business, luckily we haven't seen that yet. But if I go carpet cleaning Olympia, which is a smaller town south of here, wouldn't be surprised if I find that. But like, that's really bad SEO also. But anyways, so websites, Facebook ads, YouTube ads. I'm not ready to target Pinterest yet. Pinterest is one of those kind of new platforms that anybody that's using it is likely doing all their online marketing themselves. Okay, so primary text. You're going to get to test out 5 different messages in here. So let's see. Let's just stick with mobile. Mobile will be one of them for right now. So the number 3 thing that you should ask yourself, number 1 is who's your target audience. Number 2, what is the goal? Why should they care? Number 3 is how
to do it, or our selling point service. So number one is small business. Number two is boost SEO. Number three, how to do it mobile. Boosting mobile SEO, mobile traffic. Another one that we just saw was engagement, right? Facebook or Instagram has 10 times the engagement that Instagram has. Let's go back and start to pull some of the text from those articles. Do not care about teens. Do not care about non-US. Don't care about how many people use it. Let's just search for business. Okay, that's good. 200 million Instagram users visit at least one. So one also thing to keep in mind is primary text, you can put in basically as much as you want. And while it does help you to have more content in there, because it gives you a higher chance of reaching a target audience. And going back to the last step that we were on, it's a good idea to kind of write down or screenshot all these things, right? So I'm gonna copy this, or I'm just gonna screenshot it, put it on a paint thing, and put it on my second monitor, just so I know what we're trying to target. Ooh. And then this is right there. I like that. Video content gets the most engagement on Instagram. That's going to be my third thing. Works with video. So we're going to go back in here. But what I was saying, and then I got distracted, is that you're not going to see all the text that's in here. Let me just, if I paste. Gosh, where's that? 200 million Instagram users visit at least one profile daily, period. So that all fits in, but if I put more text in there, and I need to find more text for that. So let's look. There's some text I can use. Almost 50% of business profiles don't link out to an external. That's a mistake, a huge mistake that people would be making with their Instagram account. So I like that. Let's stick that into another one. Because if someone sees this ad in their business and they have an Instagram account and they don't have their website linked, you only have one opportunity to link from Instagram. There's just one link. It's in the profile. So if you're not using that to link to your business website, you're really just, the only other thing I can see that makes sense to link to is maybe your content platform of choice. So if YouTube, and you really don't use your website very much. So some people use Facebook pages as a replacement for websites. Now, obviously, I don't recommend that. That's the opposite of SEO. That's full-blown social media marketing, and it's not feature friendly. But people do that. So, or YouTubers, right? They're not going to point to their website. They're going to point to their YouTube channel. But whatever it is, most businesses should be linking to their website. Because I don't think a lot of business owners out there are YouTubers and or using Facebook only. That's kind of died. So, but let's just keep going. They are pictures. Okay, so that's a good statistic right there. Adding a link is an easy way to. So I'm going to go almost 5% of all profile views results in a website link. Adding a link is an easy way to getting a bump in your website traffic. So you can see how that just really cuts to the point immediately. What's the problem? You know, what, and if you fix that, what will it do? So if I go to view more variations here, and I change the text to the other box, you can see this is going to be the one that shows up like 50 to 70% of the time, the Facebook feed one. Almost 50% of all business profiles don't link out to an external website. Almost 5% of all profile views result in a website click, see more. So that, and this is a very important thing to consider. The way that your ads get smarter is by getting people to engage with it. And to engage with it means to actually click like, comment, or share. And when was the last time you did that on an ad? Right? It doesn't happen very often. So what you're really trying to do is you're trying to get them to stop scrolling and or click. So your punchline, whatever's the thing that is most, most engaging about your text, needs to fall above that see more part. And then you really want it to cut off, the see more needs to kind of entice the person to click it. So almost 5% of all profile views results in a website. I guess that's good, but I think it cuts it off a little bit too soon. I'm going to see if I can kind of shorten it a little bit. So I'm not even going to say almost. Nobody cares about that. 5%, or put in, the approximate sign of all profile views results in a website click. I think that will probably be better. Yep. Right. See more. I might even take out that punctuation there. Periods train your brain to stop reading. So if I go comma, adding, not cap blocks, adding, what the hell? Adding a link is an easy way of getting a bump. That's fine. You can really add as much text as you want from here on. Normally what I do is I will finish off with whatever text there was from that's usable from here. So more than 80% of Instagram followers users follow at least one business, and 200 million users visit a business profile each day. So that's the first one. Wow, that doesn't cut off yet. I have one more word and I'm sure it will cut off. 2/3 of these, that's good. 2/3 of these visits will come from people who don't follow the profile. So one thing that I find really annoying about this thing is that it constantly changes between your primary pieces of text. So very often what I'll do to make my life a little bit easier is I'll open up a notepad, and once I've figured out the intros, I'll cut them out and put them in that notepad, right? That way I don't have to keep checking view more variations. Sometimes this stuff is very slow. Facebook can be very slow. So now, it's only going to show me this variation and I can work on that. So more than 80% of Instagram users follow at least one business, and 200 million users visit a business profile each day. So that's good. You can see how, the point that we're trying to make has been made. And then 2, if anybody's interested, they're more likely to click read more. So now I'll put that in my notepad. and get some more text. Business, care about 25 million. So I care mostly about organic marketing. I don't care about how many users. See, that's a good one. High levels of disposable income, anybody's gonna like that. Every business in the whole world is gonna be like, ooh, I want to target that. So I'll go in here. For many businesses, this is the most important demographic information regarding. Perfect. Okay, stick that on my notepad. We can get up to 5 per thing. Oof, this just continues getting better. So in this article, 31% of people who make more than 75K per year on Instagram. It's damn good. One of the reasons businesses should like Instagram is that it's, again, a neglected platform, but I'm not really seeing that in any of these articles. And that's kind of a hard concept to convey. It really requires an understanding of online marketing in general and, trying to avoid competition. Instagram, and okay, let's get, the third thing was video, how Instagram is video friendly. Let's see if I can. So this is a good one. I just need to come up with a second sentence. not target. Target's kind of a bad word. You know, the social dilemma and everything to reach high levels of disposable income. So it looks like I can add to reach people with, probably gonna cut it off, but we'll see. Yeah, so that I can't do. To reach just change the order of this. Reach people with high levels of disposable income through Instagram. Not through, with Instagram. With Instagram. So this is a good one just because I have 3 statistics, right? And even though I think this really already conveys what I need to say, but sometimes when you have 3 statistics like that, you could just change out, you know, you could copy the same one over again, right? And just change out that first sentence in a different kind of situation. But I'm not going to do that there because we still have video to target. All right. So that's good enough. I'm going to obviously add more to it, and so we'll get that see more. So I'll stick that in here. We've now got four. So this is also from the Ad Espresso article. Oops. Instagram images get an average. This is a good one. Again, anything that mentions Facebook is good when we're doing Facebook ads. Was the first one about engagement? No. There was that statistic about how it's 10 times higher. So let's go find that again. is engagement with brands on Instagram is 10 times, don't need times, they're on an X, higher than Facebook. Instagram images get on average 23% more engagement than their Facebook counterparts. So I definitely need to fit engagement in there. So instead of everybody, they should know at this point I'm talking about Instagram, hopefully. And I'm just going to change this from brands to businesses. Images get an average of 23% more engagement than their Facebook counterparts. Okay, so 2 examples of engagement. So we have our 5 pieces of primary text now. So each primary text really should be different. You know, this is how out of your audience that you're targeting, you'll get the most bang for your buck with your dollars. They basically cross-reference the keywords that are in the primary text section with, you know, whatever the target audience is, a section of the target audience. So these messages, but I usually will target at a max 3 different concepts, because if you have 5 opportunities to target, how the service fixes the issue that they have and achieves the goal that our target audience is trying to reach. Even 3 is kind of too many, right? Because then you only get to test 2 messages for any one idea. And one of those ideas is only going to get 1 test. So engagement, we tested once. These are all kind of different, but which is fine. But very often there will be like 2 or 3 different messages regarding how Instagram can help with engagement, right? So I spend a lot of time doing this primary text stuff. So I'll be interested in how you figure out your own process on this. But you really want to kind of, in general, just remember that the best part of the message. Oops, 1 second. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey. Headphones ran out of batteries. So the headlines should be pretty vague. They need to match up with any of the primary pieces of text. So we had a three-step questionnaire really when it comes to Facebook ads. Who's the target audience? So in here it could be and what is the goal, right? The goal is to boost SEO, and so in some combination it should be business and SEO, Instagram and SEO, SEO and Instagram. You combine those different things. So business plus SEO. Why people need that? Because remember that both the creative and the primary piece of text is going to have Instagram in there. So we don't necessarily need to have Instagram in the titles. But you want some combination of the 3 things. So then business plus Instagram, and then Instagram and SEO, or SEO and Instagram. So I'm going to go back to the articles and see if I can't. I really hope my headphones aren't broken. Okay, good. This really isn't a very good article. That's a good one. Visual content is essential to your marketing strategy, right? So Instagram is naturally visual. So that's a good one. So I'm gonna keep that on my notepad. I'm not sure I actually like this. See, when you kind of see when the variations pop up here, there's too many things going on here. We're talking about disposable income, right? And then it's going into mobile. So some of these I might actually have to replace. Or just, this is where you might have to create a couple different campaigns and just organize, the different ideas in ways that it kind of makes sense. What was the other title I had? Visual content is essential to your marketing strategy. I think I'm going to just stick to engagement in mobile. So sometimes I will come up with like 10 to 15 pieces of primary text because of this reason alone. If you only come up with 5, you can kind of run into issues. So we already passed the hour? We have, haven't we? So what's your time look like?
It's a little tight today.
Okay. Well, here, let's do this. Let's set it up on your end so that you can practice, that you can fool around. So let's go ahead and share your screen, and then I'm going to just set you up with a personal ad account on Facebook, and you can put stuff in there for, to play around with this. So my recommendation would be to come up with like 10 pieces of primary text, like I said, because it's going to make the whole process a lot easier. You'll find that maybe 5 out of the 10 group together really nicely. I sometimes go up all the way to 15. I've run into that issue a lot. So you can see already, like, this just doesn't make any sense. Engagement with businesses on Instagram is 10 times higher than Facebook. Actually, this one does make sense. Images get an average of 23% more engagement, right? So that makes sense when paired with that title, right? And then mobile phone, yes, we're talking about a second thing here, but they're not conflicting with each other. You know, the amount of time spent on apps can, in a way, factor into engagement. It is engagement, right? People engage more on apps on their mobile phone, essentially. But you saw that previous variation that we had, which talked about the demographics, kind of didn't make sense because you're talking about demographics, talking about apps, and then talking about visual content. Too many things going on. Really, it should be one or two. Brains have a hard time digesting, 3 different concepts at the same time. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing now. Go ahead and share your screen, and then I'm going to set you up on the ad account. Okay, requesting remote control.
Might have I think I have the Seattle web search. No. Oh, wait. I thought it just, okay.
Okay, so it looks like you're in your personal right here.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. So you can just go create, right? Traffic, continue. So, set it up in your personal ad account, and then we'll just copy and paste it over into the business one.
Okay.
Once you're feeling it out,
Mm-hmm.
So let's just finish off the Instagram one, right? Because we've already started it. But then the second one that we should do is YouTube ads. YouTube ads is just the best. So that one will be targeting our video page. Now, I haven't updated my video page in years now. I really need to update it. So let me find some more the other blog posts that we should reference. I wouldn't. So you can read this. This would be good for content, for maybe making those the headers, the titles, and also for using in the content that falls below the see more piece at the top. Go look at YouTube SEO tips. Top views, where's the ads? I might have to find some content. Okay, so this is the article that that I worked on a little bit. YouTube ads are unlike any other kind of pay-per-click in that they can have long-term organic value. That's as succinct as it can get. If you're not using YouTube ads in your business, you are missing out on one of the easiest forms of SEO. I'm just spitballing now. And YouTube is a very powerful platform for SEO because Google owns YouTube. That's one. And then another one could be Google owns YouTube, and 100% of your competition is on Google, but only about 10% of businesses are using YouTube in their online marketing strategies. Now, I'm not sure that'll fit in there, but just the concepts, fall in. Let's see if this one. Oh, this is the new one. Okay, cool. This is brand new from the blogging team. And another thing about, you can just talk about the power of video too. So video marketing statistics. Oh, I almost always open up some kind of statistics thing because, when you don't have a lot of space left, statistics are an easy way to kind of fill that out. So both these articles, I read these, I look at these articles all the time, the Biteable and the Oberlo one. See, that's just not true. They say 81% of business. Well, it is true, 81% of businesses, but they're talking about small, medium, and large. When you look at large businesses, Fortune 500 companies, 100% of them are using video in their marketing strategies. And that's kind of speaks to, again, that's another thing that speaks to the power of video. If 100% of big business is using video in their online marketing strategies, and only 10% of small businesses are using them in their online marketing strategies, that's a huge opportunity in reality. It speaks to the power of video. And if 90% of your competition isn't using it, it means you can get, short-term results, easy points on that 90%. One of my favorite statistics for video is this one. Not this one. Yeah, 60% executives say that they would prefer to watch a video than read text. That goes back to that high disposable income for Instagram, right? If most of the time, who would you rather reach? Someone that doesn't have decision-making powers in a company, or the head honcho, right? YouTube is the second most popular website after Google. This is true. It goes Google, YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube is owned by Google. So another reason, this is definitely one of the better articles regarding video statistics. But if you do that 1, 2, 3 process, and I'll just end that here. Who is our target audience? Business owners, small business owners more specifically. Number 2, what is the goal? To boost SEO, and how to do it, we're using YouTube. So another number 4 in there that really you can always add is why is the how. How does explaining that part, educating. First you want to hook people, and then you want to educate them further. Once you've got them hooked, you can kind of move away from your clickbait stuff. I don't know how else to put it, but you move away from the hooks and just get into the nitty gritty maybe, or just educate them. The more educated they are, the more likely they are to pull the trigger and use those services. So yeah, just let me know when you're done with the Instagram one so I can take a look. And then so the last piece to all this, once you've done your headlines and primary pieces of text, you get up to 10 videos. And see, that's where it can get tricky. In fact, in the future going forward, I should have had you guys do this from the get-go. I would work on the primary text and the headlines first, and then you start making your videos. Otherwise, you run into that issue where the videos don't really match up with those pieces. All right, I'll let you get going. Just send me, Skype me when you've kind of finished on Instagram and you've gotten to the video step, and then I think you make 5 videos for the Instagram, and then I'll make 5 for it for it as well.
Okay, so the 5 videos for Instagram.
Yeah. And then we can compare our videos together in our next call. And let me know also, when you come up with the YouTube ad stuff.
Mhm.
I think I might make my own YouTube ad ones as well, and we can compare them as well.
Okay.
I can go on and on and on about
Is there a
the,
specific number of videos you wanted for the YouTube ads?
let's not worry about the video section of that. Let's flush out the primary text and headlines.
Okay, first. Okay.
So and then in our next meeting together, we can compare our Instagram videos, right? And then we'll compare our primary text and headline stuff for the YouTube.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. All right, and then after we've got like 2 ads running, we'll dig more into retargeting audiences and audience building.
Okay, cool.
All
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll
All
talk
right,
to you later.
have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye.